firstly, it was for them to complain that you were playing. And secondly, what you were expected to do if you were a 12th man.
Well,
yes.
The only thing I can say is probably, I was maybe the best bowler tournament already in the John Passmore. But nevertheless, we didn't know as players what was the rules. And that game, I mean, for me, it was a friendly game, It was just a friendly game between the two teams. So, I mean, in these days now, you can, we call it a quality of opportunity. You don't take players to a tournament in these days, right? And then, although they are 12 men, but within that 5 days, everybody's got to play, okay? Not just to be on the field of play. If you are a bowler, then you have to bowl a number of overs these days at a tournament. If you are a batsman, you need to bat. If you are a wicket keeper, you need to keep. In these days, it's a quality of opportunity. So then, I think it was from his advantage then to say whatever he wants to say and then come up with that kind of. So yeah, I wouldn't say I was denied opportunity, but because maybe I could not have also bowled more than 5 overs because I was injured at the time. Yeah, so I don't know if my answer satisfies you.
Yeah, well, I'll mull over it. Yeah, but I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. So yes, I think the John Passmore tournament, I think, has opened up many opportunities, for Black African cricket, because now that tournament became. Everybody could come together now, and eventually we have a Kayamachola, cricket week, right? I also now then. I don't know. Someone was talking.
No.
Yeah. Okay. But yes, my cricket career, went further at that time. So while I was at Langa, there was a time where I felt that playing cricket in Langa, it's fine, but what about Nyanga, okay, where I come from? So Nyanga East, there was no cricket, right? So I also decided to introduce cricket, and I introduced cricket at Nyanga. But I was also fortunately a founder member of the senior team at Nyanga, and as things get even better for me, I think it was in 1988. Where I was selected to go to attend the National Academy. Okay, so in the National Academy team, we had we had players from the Western Province. It was mainly, as usual, white players. The only black African was myself and then Ben Malamba. And I think there were also 2 colored guys, but I can't remember the name now. But we went to this academy in 1988. It's called Plascon Cricket Academy. And then that's where we met the likes of Hansi Cronje, Gary Kestin. He went with us to that academy. And Peter Kestin, yes, he was our coach. Yeah. And as I went there, I was a specialist bowler, obviously, so they were going to take me through the bowling. So while I was in a net, we had a bowling coach, and myself. I think that if you remember, there's a player, Richard Snell, was with me, I think, in one net. And we were just bowling there, and we had a coach, a white man, an old man, and he was not really happy with me. But I don't know why, because he could not communicate properly and tell me what is it that he wants. But nevertheless, after that tournament, what I'm trying to get at is that after that academy. When we were back, myself and Ben, we thought of moving from Langa, because remember, the township team was not playing. The township teams, even Langa, where cricket was very popular, but that team was not playing Premier League, and so there was no way for players playing in that division to be identified or selected for provincial teams. So that was the move for us. Then we decided to move with the help of our coach, who I think was Melthorn. Yes, Melthorn was our coach. With the help of him, I know he spoke to us and said, "Guys, I know you're very passionate about your team, but if you want to play for this province, a provincial team, then this is the only chance that you will come to Claremont and then you play there." I know the rest of the people also, at Langa, and some of the players, the officials, were not happy with the move, but we had to do something.
You said you must come to Claremont to do what?
So to Claremont Cricket Club.
So what was Passmore saying? You must join the Claremont Cricket Club, so that you can get exposure to competitive cricket. Why was he recommending that you should come to Claremont from Langa?
Okay, I think John Passmore at that time was, I think he was no longer. I think he passed away, so rest him in peace.
So who was suggesting that you must go to Claremont?
He was our coach. There was a man called Melthorn.
Belthorn.
Yeah, Melthorn. I don't know if he's still alive, but I think he's very old now, where he is. But he advised us. He said, "Guys, I've been working with you at Langa, and then and you are a good team, You guys, there's a big struggle that Western Province Union could accept, taking you or allowing this team to play in the Premier League." So the only option for us, seeing that we're coming now from the academy, was to go and play for a white team. And then that team was Claremont Cricket Club, was based in Constantia. Yeah.
I want to understand this. You'll excuse me if I go back. Now, you had been playing cricket at Langa. Was it, why then did you have to go to Claremont in order for you to play what appears to be an opportunity for you to play competitive cricket? I just want to understand why you had to go to Claremont when you live in Langa, and in Langa you had been playing cricket, whether it was school cricket. Did you understand why it was necessary for you to go to Claremont?
Yes, the Western Province Cricket Union, and now at the time when we were playing, their league was structured in such a way that the white teams were the only teams, or most of the teams that were playing in the Premier League at the time. So Langa was playing somewhere second division, right? Yes. Now, for a player who wants to make provincial teams like the Western Province, you have to be playing in a Premier League as a player. That if you want to make the Western Province senior team, which is today the franchise, that kind of a system. So we wanted to make Western Province, okay, because I think John Passmore has already laid the foundation for us. So we know where we want to be, right? So we then decided maybe it's the best thing that we move from Langa and then play for Claremont, who at that stage was playing Premier League, and they were the strongest team at the Premier League at the time.
Now, you keep on talking about white teams. Was the Claremont team known as a white team?
Yes, it was white.
Because
Definitely.
all the players were white.
All players were white.
Okay, yeah. So just let me understand then what happens when you get to Claremont. You obviously are not white. What happens? Was it at the invitation of that cricket club, or how did it happen that you got to Claremont, which you knew was a white cricket team or club?
Yes, the invitation, like I've mentioned, it was initiated by Melthorn, who was our coach at Langa.
Yes.
So he invited us, but it was our choice. He said to us, guys, this is the opportunity. If you want to play a provincial team, right? So this is your opportunity.
Yes.
That you go across. There's no other way. Because your Langa Cricket Club is playing second division.
Okay.
At the moment. And then there is no interest of any selector to come and watch teams playing in the second division. I see. All the provincial selectors watch only the Premier League. It still happened like that even today. Yeah. So we were invited to come to go there, and we took the offer because we remember that we've been prepared, and we wanted to achieve what we want to achieve. It might sound, foolish, because then it's one or two players going across, but who knows? Nobody knows what lies ahead of us, or maybe changes, because we know. In fact, I know that I need to break these barriers.
No, I don't mean to understand. I just want to understand, because it seems to me it's not a question of whether you made a good or a bad choice.
Yes.
But it seems to me it was the system. There were no facilities in Langa, as I understand you, the nature of which enabled Langa to play cricket at a higher level than what it was. The Premier League, for instance, Langa was not part of the Premier League, as I understand your evidence. Is that right?
That's right.
And therefore, if you wanted to play at the big stage, and the Premier League, as I understand, was that big stage, you had to go to a club, a cricket club in your area, which was an affiliate or something, which participated at that level. And Claremont was, to you from Langa, the nearest club you could go to play in the Premier League. Is that what you are saying?
That's what I'm saying, yes. Definitely.
And then, who was financing your travels, and when you got there, were you automatically accepted? Who had paved the way for you to be in that club in Claremont that would give you the opportunity that you were coming to Claremont to get, namely to play in the Premier League?
Well, initially, I think the invitation came from Melthorn, and he offered himself to transport us, to play. I mean, to be able to go to Claremont. It is quite a distance. For me, coming from Nyanga, I've got to take 2 taxis.
Yeah, in fact, that's I've even forgotten that you were not coming from Langa. I was thinking of then. You were coming from Nyanga.
Nyanga, yes.
It was known as Nyanga East then. Not even from Gugulethu, and it's quite a distance.
Yes.
So you took 2 taxis to get to Claremont?
I took 2 taxis to get to Claremont. Mr. Chair, there's another thing that maybe just comes to my mind now about 2 taxis and about traveling. Yes, I was born and bred in Nyanga, playing cricket in Langa. It was the same thing for me also. When it comes to practices, I had to go to Langa. So I had to walk from Nyanga to Nyanga Junction, which is in Gugulethu, to catch a train there. So I had to walk something like plus minus 8 kilometers.
Yeah, it's quite a distance.
Yeah, it's quite a distance. And I would get to Langa, and I would get to Langa very early, before any player there. And while I never sit down and wait for somebody. I would start to run my 10 laps around the field until everybody arrives. And when they arrive, I join them. I don't complain. So basically, exactly what I'm telling you, I'm saying now. When I was at Claremont, it was the same thing at Claremont. I would arrive there with 2 taxis from Nyanga, and I would get early there.
Well, Cricket South Africa Social Justice and Nation Building Project hearings continuing, and the the committee has been hearing testimonies from various, players and as well as coaches and administrators. We'll pick up on that hearing after the break. But for now, we wrap the hour and we'll be back at the top of the hour with all the latest news.